What's up, y'all? Hey, guys. Welcome back to 2.5 Heels. Uncle Black in this bitch. And what a weekend of pro wrestling we have just had for our viewing pleasure. Okay, we've had Double or Nothing. We've had Saturday night's main event. We've even had Friday night SmackDown. Quite a smorgasbord of professional wrestling for you to dine on if you want to. And listen, I'm not going to do everything piece by piece, show by show. I'm just going to give you the highlights and the things that I want to chat about because, hey, this is my show. So if you like everything, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Pull up to the Facebook at Uncle Black 215. Pull up to the Instagram at Uncle Black 215. And pull up to the store. Link in my bio. Buy a shirt today. So let's get into it. AEW Double or Nothing was the most recent wrestling that we've had. And AEW is on quite a run, if you ask me, as far as fantastic premium live events or pay-per-views, as we can refer to them in professional wrestling, okay? And maybe it's just because WWE has put so many advertisements and commercials in between everything. When you go to a wrestling show and you get match after match after match, some video packages, but mostly non-stop action, is just going to hit different and is just going to hit better. So the show itself, Double or Nothing, fantastic from start to finish. I would be remiss if I didn't refer to this one as one of the shows of the year. And that's saying something. You've had action all up and down the calendar, but this show here, from start to finish, the start time was at 8 o'clock. The show ended about 12, a little after 12. From 8 to 12, AEW managed to keep everybody's attention, and not only that, put on one hell of a program. So let's just get through some of these results for AEW Double or Nothing. All right, so main event time. We're going to start from the top and work our way down, okay? MJF versus Darby Allin for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, not in a million years that I think that MJF was going to get his head shaved bald. No way, okay? So to see MJF become a 3-time world champion all before the age of 30, it just feels right. It just feels right with the world, okay? And listen, if I had a hat, I would take it off and I would tip it to one Darby Allin. Okay, nobody has had a title run like Darby Allin has. No one has been able to do the things that Darby Allin has been able to do. Okay, 7 title defenses, all in succession. Everybody's vying for a championship match, and he is willingly putting everything on the line, day in, day out, week in, week out. Darby Allin, A1 steak sauce, my boy. But that gets me to what happened afterwards, because yes, Darby Allin did lose the AEW World Championship. But, you know, as MJF being the dastardly heel that he is, he was going to continue to put hands on Darby Allin until he was saved by the Jet, Kevin Knight, or so we thought. Because again, Kevin Knight scared off MJF. And as they were wheeling Darby Allin out on the stretcher, out of nowhere, Kevin Knight hits the UFO splash on Darby Allin, which basically saying, hey, I'm a bad guy now. So, personally, I don't understand how, but I did watch Dynamite and I did hear his speech, so I knew that it could have happened. But to see the trigger get pulled on someone who was so white hot, who was so over with the fans, you want a despicable heel? You got one now in Kevin the Jet Knight. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. But again, that's the main event. That's how we were left on AEW Double or Nothing. But how we started the show, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we started the program. You had Edge, that's not his name no more, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage taking on FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championships in a street fight, I quit match. Basically, everybody can do whatever they want. And I'm surprised that we was able to get through this entire show no blood. Shouts out to AEW, especially during the Moxley match. But the tag team champions are now Cope and Cage. Okay, they won a match in a match that was pretty much all over the place. You had the return of Beth Copeland. You had Stokely go through a burning table. I hope his back is all right. It was just a lot, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to take away from it. But if you can, go do the replay of Double or Nothing to see everything that took place in that matchup. But boy, oh boy, it's nice to see Cope and Cage with the AEW Tag Team Championships. And speaking of championships, you had the international title on the line. It was Konosuke Takeshita challenging Kazuchika Okada for the championship. And boy, oh boy, I will say this, okay? In a match that you expected nothing less than greatness, nothing less than just straight graps. Takeshita defeats Kazuchika Okada and in turn gets excommunicated from the Don Callis family. Now, if you ask me, that has taken far too long to happen as far as the Don Callis family splitting from Takeshita. It's just been going on and on and on. I'm glad we finally pulled the trigger on it. But how it happened hurt my soul because we got a return. Kyle Fletcher, the protostar, returned at Double or Nothing in what it appeared to, seem like a celebration. I'm going to give you the belt. It's all you, my brother. And then he turned on him, gave him a clothesline, and just like that, Takeshita is now arguably a number one babyface in the company, and Don Callis' family just seems to get stronger and stronger. So, what else we had? What else went down? Tekla defended successfully her AEW Women's Championship in a fatal four-way match against Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, and Jamie Hayter. So do not sleep on that action as well. Jon Moxley finally exercised those demons, and he took out Kyle O'Reilly in a no time limit Continental Championship match. And what else? We had some Owen Hart tournament matches, okay? We had Athena picking up the victory against Mina Shirakawa. We had Athena picking up the victory against Mina Shirakawa. We had Swerve Strickland beating Bandito. And also we had Will Ospreay defeating Samoa Joe in a hell of a bunch of openers in the Owen Memorial Tournament. And listen, Stadium Stampede. Where do I start? Okay. It's the biggest Stadium Stampede we ever had. Okay. Outside of Mark Davis almost being ran down by the Jurassic Express, my favorite moment from Stadium Stampede will have to be the unlikely reunion of sorts of Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley. Okay, that one, I was good for the soul. It felt good to see it, especially both of those guys killing it in AEW. But again, it's a lot of people in the match, so hopefully, if I don't miss nobody. Okay, you had the Demand taking on. It was the Demand, the Dogs, Mark Davis, and then I think that was it. And then who else was in it? There's a lot of people in it. Andrade, he was in it too. And then you had Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. It's a big match. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this match move by move, piece by piece, because I'll be doing those guys a disservice. So if you can, go find the clips online, find the show, and go watch it and tell me, again, how are these guys able to top themselves every single year with this Stadium Stampede Anarchy in an arena match? I don't know how they're able to do it, but it's a formula that's always going to work. And for that, I appreciate them. All right, where else? You know what? Last thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and peel up out of here because I got some things I got to do, and we got to edit this and get this out ASAP, no Rocky. Shout out to jolly old Saint Mick, who was officially crossed over to All Elite Wrestling. Mick Foley, Mrs. Foley's baby boy, is All Elite. Yes, Mick Foley joined the team for the buy-in earlier in the show, and we got the graphic. Mick Foley is All Elite, so this is definitely going to be a huge morale boost for the company. Adds a legendary superstar, a legendary talent to the books, to the roster. Just so much credibility. And I look forward to seeing where it goes. Hopefully he doesn't get too physical in AEW because of, the tender age that he is. But I know he's probably going to try to work a match. So we're just going to pray and we're just going to enjoy Mick Foley in AEW. All right. So I feel like that's it. I'm going to go put a cork on this one. I'm going to wrap this up because getting back in the flow of things, should be able to push out weekly content for you guys as far as episodic episodes and clips aplenty, clips galore. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, I'll probably do this again for the Clash in Italy. So, yeah. With that being said, I go by Uncle Black. This is 2.5 Heels. And catch y'all in the next one. All right. Holla.